Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to CareerBunch podcast, your number one channel for everyday news with your favorite host, Madam Dara. On today's episode, we'll be considering the topic entrepreneurship as an undergraduate. Here with me is an amazing personality in the person of Emmanuel Tomiwa. We are so excited to have you around, and we cannot but wait to hear all that you have to say about this topic.
Well, thank you for having me today. It's an honor to be here.
Thank you.
Like you said earlier, my name is Emmanuel Tomiwa, a student of Taisho Laren University of Education, and I run a brand, Happy Fit by T, where we sell sneakers and CEO.
Okay. All right, ma'am. We've known you to be a successful entrepreneur. At least you are CEO, Happy Fit by T. Can you please tell us what it means to be a business woman as an undergraduate?
To be a businesswoman as an undergraduate is to cry.
To cry, okay.
Literally to cry, and it is not for someone that is weak.
Okay.
It takes a lot of strength because you have a lot of balancing to do. Like, you have to balance your academics and the business at the same time. You want to satisfy your clients, and you don't want to lag behind in your education. So it's a lot of roller coaster. Like, you go through this and that.
Roller coaster. So managing Happy Fit by T has not been easy like we seem, because when we see your videos, your pictures, your reviews, your excitement, we feel like it is very, very easy and you're enjoying the ride. So are you trying to say that all of them is just like packaging and all of that?
Of course, nobody posts sad moments. We all post where we are winning, and that is the only place to post.
So you say no one posts what they are going through. You just post what we want to see. So that means in the business you have been coping with your academics and trying to meet up with your clients and their demands. How are you able to do that?
Okay, I think sometimes during my final exam, I had a client that ordered for a shoe.
Okay.
She asked for the shoe like 3 hours to her exam.
Wow.
I was having an exam too. And then she wanted me to deliver the shoe immediately. Wow. She didn't tell me before. And she didn't even tell me she was having an exam that day. She said she wanted to use it for her back to school. And this lady insisted I wash the shoe before I deliver it to her.
Really?
I was shocked, are you serious? I was telling her, ma, but I have exam this morning. And if you had said you wanted this shoe this morning, I wouldn't have collected the money. Because I know I cannot meet up.
Yes.
And then she was sounding very rude. To the point where my roommate had to tell me, why don't you just refund this girl?
Wow.
But someone referred her to me, and the person that referred her, I don't want to disappoint the person. Okay. I had to leave everything I was doing behind and satisfy this girl. When I got to where I wanted to deliver the shoe, I saw the girl. I was like, wow.
One small thing.
One very small thing, very, very small thing.
Yeah,
I was just smiling, even when I wanted to deliver, she was calling me, I was very close to her, so I didn't pick because I was seeing her already. When I got to where she was telling me, why didn't I pick the call?
Really?
That it doesn't matter
Sorry, if you don't mind, how much was what was the worth of what she bought? How much was it?
I think it was just around 7,000.
Wow.
To make it worse,
such a mess.
My gain on the shoe was around, I think, 500 naira, 1,000.
Such a big mess. I can't deal. I don't care to know who referred who. No, I can't. But most times in business,
she's still a customer actually. So I was even ma, I'm sorry, ma.
Frustrating.
Very, very.
I used to have one client like that no matter what you do, I revamp actually. Yeah. So no matter how good you do her weeks for her, she would neglect all the good things you did. Then it is that complaint, yes. And then she will now bank on that and then forget how good you are. So I'm used to people like that. So you cannot please everybody. Yeah.
You go to deliver something to someone. They are not looking at the quality. They'll be looking at the shoe to bring out fault. Wow. Deliberately looking at it to something
that they can't do in Liaba Market or Lagos Island because you are post. That's what people feel like, because you don't have a boutique that you post.
You don't have a store.
So they take you for granted. I don't take shit anyways. So you mean, okay, in that scenario you wanted to keep up with your customers' desire, you wanted her to see you as Happy Fit. It should be happy all the time. So anyways, okay, what if you missed your exam? Would you have said you were patriotic about your business, or what would have been your lot? What would I have done?
When it comes to my business and my education, one is primary.
Yes, there's a
priority. The other is secondary.
Yes.
And the priority is always my education.
Of course.
I don't even mind if you want to call me out. My primary assignment is this quiz. my education.
Of
So
course.
no matter how bad your demand is, you didn't just wake up that morning to know you needed that shoe that morning. If it is something I cannot meet up with, I'll tell you I'll refund your money.
Okay, ma'am. Sorry, we are talking about you being an undergraduate, but I think you are a fresh graduate. Can you tell us the school you graduated from, the university, so that
I think
people
I said
can
it
know?
earlier. Taisholari University of Education.
Okay, she finished from Tai Solarin University of Education. What was your discipline, please?
English language.
Wow, that is a huge one. I think that is beautiful. So now there's a quote that goes to us: entrepreneurship isn't for the weak. Is this statement true?
Very, very true.
How?
Like 100% true.
Can you relate? You have an experience that you can relate with. Like, how true is it? Like, what have you faced? What are the challenges? What have you seen?
If you ever see me in the market, you will know I'm a different person entirely. Like,
Wow.
I'm always looking very homeless. But aside that, it takes a lot of mental strength. Because
Okay, mental
I think
strength.
I did something recently that was expecting a very huge turnout. A very, very huge turnout. Like with the calculation and everything that had been put in place, I was expecting a very huge returns.
Okay.
And then at the end of everything, I ran at a loss.
Wow. How did you deal with that?
A big one.
Did you go on break? Did you just say, God, you're forsaking me? What did you do? Like, how did you?
I
how
cried.
did you cried. Wow.
I cried.
Oh, do you want to cry now?
I cried, I prayed. Well, I cried, I prayed, but I was heartbroken because ahead
You
of the
had
thing,
so
I
much
prayed,
expectations.
and I fasted ahead
Wow.
of it.
You had spiritual exercise, and even
Like,
at that, your
Everything didn't turn out. And
Wow.
then when I was like thinking about it, like, why would everything go like this? Something just said, one thing you didn't understand is
life happens.
life happens and it is a win, but not in the way you are saying it.
Motivational speaker.
It is not motivational speaking,
Okay.
actually.
Yeah, we
At the
cried.
end of the event, I found out I gained a particular type of publicity
Wow.
that I didn't have before.
Now you are
then.
very famous.
Not very famous,
So I'm,
but to some extent compared
I'm
to
lucky
before.
to have you with
Hey.
on my.
It's just a play. Just a play. It might not be that huge, but compared to when I didn't before the event, compared to when I started, I didn't have that much publicity. So when I was thinking about it, it was like a win-win situation. Though I was expecting financial win, but it didn't go that way. It was a win from another aspect.
Right.
So most of the time, business is not always about winning. You lose, you take losses.
There are people that they don't know how to manage losses. I think I met one or two persons that whenever they lose the business, they just take a break. But then I think in economics, there's a part that talks about the reward for, is it capital or what? Entrepreneurship here. It is profit or loss. So people should have this mentality. Okay, I want to be a CEO. I want to own a business. I should be ready to gain and to lose. Because without, people be like, no pain, no gain. Even though it's a motivational line, I think it's right. So now you emphasized for something big and it didn't turn out that way. So did it motivate you to get better, or you're like, no, I can't continue with this?
Well,
despite your experience you got.
At first I was like, will this thing work out? But I would have taken a break if at first I didn't have a good turnout. When I started the business, the turnout I got wasn't what I was expecting. It was way above my expectations.
And to like,
But then
God has called me finally.
Not even calling me. It's just a thing of season.
Okay.
I started at the right season when there was high demand
for what you were
what I was selling.
Okay.
So the confidence from even when you started,
like wow,
was a big win. So this one won't hold you back. You can do better.
Yeah.
There will be a better avenue. So the loss made me start thinking, okay, how can I do these things? Can I get a bigger publicity? Where else can I turn to?
Okay.
Where else can I carry my business to? It gave me time to like think. If everything was going fine and I was making profits, though it might not be big, but the fact that profits are coming, I wouldn't have to like sit and have a rethink like, how do I want to make this thing bigger? I don't know if you get it.
I do understand.
So the loss pushed me out of my comfort zone. Like, don't just sit down here.
Okay.
Think bigger. Yes, this one didn't work out. Where else can it work out if it doesn't work here?
So how do you cope with crazy clients? Because I don't know, there are people that I don't know. Their needs are insatiable. Yes, man's need is insatiable. But the people that you know that you actually went all out for them, and they still do not appreciate. Even when you beg them to send your reviews, how do you cope with people like that? Like, ow.
I think one thing
I need to learn that, because most of the time I get cranky because I know that I have done this person's week was like, it was as good as dead, and I brought it back to life. But the person just what the review, it's nice. I feel like I'm a huge fan of words. When you say good words to me, I feel encouraged even more than money. So how do you deal with such things?
Okay, for example, I sell different grades of shoes.
Okay.
So I sell first grade Okirika.
Okay.
When it comes to sneakers.
Okay.
So all these big boys and girls who get sneakers from you, they know what they got was original and it was nice. Okay. But the fact that you didn't sell at a price they can actually boast about, they won't give you review.
Wow.
They won't. And even when they post,
and it is of good quality.
Even when they post, they will like even show you, see my shoe, go share shoe, na shoe, you know, stuff like that. But they won't even tag you because they don't want people to know they got it from you.
And that could be very, very sad.
Sad and heartbreaking. And I think business will humble you. Like, there's this type of humility that comes with being a business owner. See, knowing me though, I can be very reserved. Okay. But I don't take disrespect. I don't want to know whoever it's coming from. But when I started the business, I started learning, like,
you have to take it too.
Like, you will take it. Like, people will insult you. Like, someone not even up to you will insult you, and then you still be saying, I'm sorry ma, what do you want us to do? Do you want me to like give you a refund? Should I do it this way? And the person will still keep ranting and shouting on you, and then you still be like, I'm very sorry. And then in your mind you'll be thinking like, you're not
even cultured people
at all. The fact that they are paying you the few who the fuck
they're not even up to your standard.
Exactly. Like,
not about being proud or something.
It is not pride. Like, just some people you know they are not up to you.
I've had a girl of 14 call me stupid before because of wig, and I have younger sisters that are up to 20, and I'm like, it is well.
If I'm not mistaken, the girl I was talking about that she needed shoot 3 hours for exam, she should be around 19, 20 or 21, at most 21. And then she was saying all this and like, wow.
They have their
and
money.
I was still saying, I'm sorry, ma.
Of course, you have to be sorry so that you can make sales next time.
At least referrals go a long way.
Yeah. So let's go back to the topic. Let's go back and revisit it. So we're talking about how you're able to cope with your business and your education. Sure. Now, considering the time that you were not into this business, Happy Feed by T, and now that you were in it, or while you were writing exams, did you see any change? Like, did your academic get affected in any way, or were you able to manage it very well? Because most people, they cannot multitask. I'm very good at multitasking, but most people, they don't know how to. They have to do one thing and they'll do it well. How were you able to cope with? Like, did anyone suffer at any point in time?
None of it actually suffered.
So when it was time for book, Happy Feed by T will be on its own. When it's time for, we know there are times that, business is beautiful in a way that when you are in love with what you do, you are always, and you just carry it on your head like banana. So how, when you find yourself in such a thing, how were you able to control? Business has emotions also. Were you able to control your emotions towards it?
Actually, I did something very risky, very close to my exams. That was when I started my final exam. That was when I started the business.
Okay.
And then there was a presentation going on. So I was going to go to market on a Saturday, and the lecturer had to move the presentation to Saturday. And then people kept asking me, are you sure you go to the market? I had a lot of demands, like a whole lot. Some that have collected the money. I don't want to let my clients down. So I just did some calculations like, I cannot get to my group turn today.
Imagine now go to your group turn.
If you actually got to my group turn, the thing is, it is not pride. Academically, I do not suffer.
You have grace.
I have grace. So I know.
What is grace in Yoruba?
Oore-ọ̀fẹ́. So I know.
Wow.
If I cannot meet up with that mark, I'll cover up somewhere else.
Okay, that was where you now say, I'll go to the market.
I'll go to this market. I went, and luckily for me, it didn't get to my group store.
I
that
never
day.
believe that.
It didn't get to
never
my group
believe.
store that day. Though at the market, my conscience was pricking. I was like, no, we will get. We'll do this thing. Nothing is going to happen. And it didn't get to my group store. Trust me.
Good.
It turned out fine.
So you were able to manage both of them.
Both of
Even when it
them.
was your final exam time. You
I
were still making sales. I think you were still making sales. Yeah.
Even on my sign out day,
You
I was
made
still
sales.
delivering shoes.
And you are sure that this thing did not affect your reading and
At
your
all.
tutorials.
Not in any way. Not in any way.
Wow. Wow, that is.
And I wasn't even reading for the exams alone. I think the courses I took for my final exam are still courses I can still stand up and teach again.
Oh, that means you're very brilliant.
Yeah.
So I think I should learn from
It is not actually very brilliant. I'm just a bit above average.
So I think I should learn from because I'm average.
Ma?
I'm average.
Ma?
I'm average now.
Okay, ma. There's God,
Yeah.
Sha. God is seeing the two
I'm
of us.
average.
God is seeing the two of us.
So you are trying to tell our listeners now that they can manage education and entrepreneurship if they decide to. But no people's abilities are different.
That's what I was about to say. Like, it won't work for everyone.
Okay.
It won't. Me, I've weighed my options. Like, I don't have to read a book like 3 times before I get it.
Okay, now.
I read only once.
What actually gave you this drive to start a business? You were not doing it in your 100 level. Neither we did it on 20 level. Why? What happened? Was it Sapa, like they say, or just wanted to just get this popularity and all of that?
If it was Sapa, I would have actually taken a break. I won't be doing this thing anymore. Okay. Not because I have money now, but because my needs at that moment was met. Okay. So when the thing stopped working as fine as it was at first, okay, I would have like taken a break. Okay. And then if it was, what was the other one you called it? Fame.
Fame.
You know me too well. You know me. I'm a very reserved person. I don't even like being seen. I don't like a lot of people knowing me.
Is this you want to be this billionaire kind of person? You want to be independent.
It is more like I like shoes a whole lot.
Okay.
If you know me, you know I like shoes.
So now you're doing what you love. Passion.
Yes.
Okay, that's when passion meets creativity, and it's beautiful. So we are coming to the end of this podcast. So how can you advise people that are looking up to you? Probably they have it in mind to start up a business, but they are scared that it would affect their education and then they might fail and have carryovers and maybe an extra. How do you think you can speak to them and they will be encouraged to start one? How can they balance the whole thing together?
I think what I'll say is we all know our strengths and weaknesses.
Okay.
And if we are being intentional, we will know how to balance things.
Okay, so intentionality is key.
It's key.
Okay.
And be sure what you want to do, you actually want to do it. You're not trying to do it because you need money and because everybody is selling things. Trust me, I've always said I don't want to have a business online.
Okay.
I don't like it. I don't even have the strength.
I never envisaged that. I can't do.
I don't have the strength. All these.
I wonder how I'm
people,
good now.
this is CEO. I don't know how to do it. When I started doing it, I was just surprised. Like, wow, so you can do this thing. I don't have the strength.
Yeah,
so I didn't start selling shoes because everybody online was selling something.
Wow, so yours is a different
case entirely.
And
so
now
just
you're telling us that we can do it if we want to do it.
If you want to do it, if you are intentional.
I think I've learned that today. I think I'll go back to my business that I've left.
When did you leave it?
I think I'll go back and then I will take it seriously because me actually I started this business because I was broke. Yeah. My financial status as at 2022 August inspired me to start Dera's with one because I love shawarma a lot. I could not afford it after that time. So I was like, what can I do? And I thought, okay, I could do something. And I started, and all of a sudden, like you said, I had a lot of returns, a lot of customers, and all of that. So I will take your advice. I'm no longer in school though, but I think maybe other things that are in my picture right now. So thank you for joining us, Ms. Tomiwa. We really love your presence today. We've learned a lot from you. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is CareerBunch Podcast, your #1 channel for everyday issues with your favorite host, Madam Dera. I hope you've learned a lot today from how you can manage your education and your business without having any flaws, as Ma'am Tomiwa has told us. We look forward to hearing your own opinions and your own questions as you'll be able to attend to them. Thank you so much, and thank you for joining. We love you.
I'm not kissing you guys.
Thank you.